This is kvci.blogspot.com, Boston G.B.R, and of course Doc Ghetto Child. We're down here at the Let's Eat Cafe. It's being renovated. Pretty soon we hope to be up and running, am I right, Doc?
Oh yeah.
People working and doing what they do, direct TV coming in here. And we're just doing what we do because we believe everybody should have a place to eat. But why are we here today? What are you getting ready to do?
Well, getting ready to go up to Atlanta.
Okay.
To meet with the HUD. And get with them up there. What's happening, boss man? And that's what we planning on.
Right, go ahead. Well, I just came back from Brooks County Board of Education meeting the other night, Tuesday night of this week. And what happened was that I was denied the right to address the Board of Education meeting. Yet the Equipment Free Press stated in their article that board member Frank Thomas had missed 3 meetings, I think, and of course each meeting I think is $300. Yet still, I have never seen the Equipment Free Press address the fact that Assistant District Attorney Brad Sheila missed many meetings when Nancy Denner, president, was the president prior to being removed by Republican Governor Nathan Deal. And so we're just wondering why is that? And but we're going to get back on focus, but I want you to know that because I don't think that nobody should be left deaf, dumb, and blind to the times here in South Georgia. And we are working to eliminate that disgraceful policy. Back on point, Doc, what were you saying? You were heading where now?
Heading up to Atlanta to meet with HUD, head officials of HUD, so we can get something kind of on track. And anyway, we were here at the Let's Eat Cafe, and everybody down here is trying to get us prepared to open up the week of the 19th.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead, my
Well, what we plan on doing is sitting down with HUD and talk about the disparities of economic oppressed people.
But Doc, I brought my report back. I was up there the other week, and I brought my report back. And of course, we talked to people in the community and members of the Black Business Group, and also we talked to James, council briefly, or rather James Wright, the councilman. And now you see a need to go back and follow up on what I brought back to you, right?
Yeah.
Will your trip be an end, or what is the ultimate goal we are seeking for?
Everything is, this is the trickle in the beginning of the ending of a long scenario of harsh treatment and neglect and exclusion. We are living in an age of integrated segregation where, what I mean by that, it's not about black or white. It's about the integrated segregation. If you was a poor man, whether you're white or black, and you live in these communities, in the low-income communities, that means that you was yet living in the segregation because you was not in the hierarchy of the high class. So that means that it's integrated segregation. Integrated segregation means that there's a group within a group that's screened out by a group, and then we faced with disparities.
Doc, for over 2 or 3 years, and it's time now for us to reel this in. We've been out broad before, and now our elected officials, on behalf of the citizens in Valdosta and Lowndes County, and South Georgia in general perhaps, need to focus on the fact that when we sat down in good faith with former Mayor John Freddy, City Manager Larry Hanson, and others on the board, we were not joking. We asked for fairness, equality, justice, and some of the federal dollars coming into this community that had been, as James Wright said, left on certain parts of town, yet excluded from other parts of the city. So now, where do you think we are right now in terms of going deeper into the root cause of why some people have been excluded for all these years?
Let's be very specific. The money that was allocated for the south side ended up on the north side, and the people that was to benefit from the money, they never benefit from it. And where we're going at now, we're going to see if we can bring some justification by trying to create a freeze on the funds until they can get this thing worked out.
So you're saying that if other words, if they can't run the program, then they shouldn't get any funding? Is that what you're saying? Well, if they can't run it right, then nobody should benefit until they get it right. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes. And being more specific is that if they're going to utilize the federal funds and federal dollars, it should be distributed equally according to what they was allocated for. want to make sure those funds are used and utilized in the areas they was allocated to be used in, instead of being manipulated so that their buddies and their friends can get the money all the time, the same old, same old, same old.
Now, a few days ago, I was called to Lakeland, Georgia, and from what I heard, at one time, I don't know how many years ago it has been, because I'm not from there, but now that we have started to stir in the kettle to find out what is going on, we understand that approximately $500,000 somewhere was spent up in Lakeland, and that it went to the wrong area. Now, I'm not fully educated on that, but there just may be other areas that federal funds has been coming into these communities, but not going to the people that they were set up to benefit from the program.
This is a 5-county metropolitan district, and it's all run around the same. That includes Lanier, that includes Cooks County, Brooks County, Lanier, Eckerd, and it includes all these counties. It includes these 5 counties, and it's operated by the same people and manipulated by the same folks.
We say manipulation, and you don't have to get in this, but I understand that I went up there in a general perspective. You going up there today in a more specific, because I think you're going to take some documentation that will more or less prove part of what you have brought up to the city, and yet it seems as if though our local news media don't put the real information out that is given at public meetings, and so there's a great possibility even the local citizenry don't even know about the documents that you take up the HUD. Comment on that and close this out if you want.
The great puppeteer is the real puppet master, okay? And he's pulling his strings and working and orchestrating all his puppets, and they're utilizing every strategy, every technique that's been formulated for years, and they're very good at this. They're very clever. But if it had not been for James Wright and the analysis of impediments, this thing would still be under the rug, still be in the dark, but thank God it's brought to the light.
Yes, sir. Would you please say for one more time, if when you travel up to Atlanta, to 400 Marietta Street, if they fail to set this community straight, do you agree with me that possibly HUD need to be dismantled? Because if it's not working for everybody, then it shouldn't just work for a select few.
I do agree, and I also agree that it needs to move to Pennsylvania Avenue, and so that we can make certain that things are done according to the executive order that was issued in 1964 and was put to be orchestrated in 1968.
Yes, sir.
And no laws on the book invoking Title VI.
Okay. Thank you very much, and we wish you great success on your trip to Atlanta. When you get back and when you return from meeting with Ms. Priscilla, who is over HUD up there, that we will come back and clip another video so we can bring all of this together so the people in South Georgia will not have to suffer, be in the white or the dark when it comes to information in our community, because Jesus said, and ye shall know the truth, and that the truth shall set and make you free. What say you?
That's a good word.
Bye-bye. We go. kvci.blogspot.com. George Boston Rhymes. Call your friends, call your neighbors, call an enemy, and tell them to tune in to KVCI, the People's Channel. We do what we do because that's the way we do it. Doctored up a little bit by the doc, because that's the way we do it. Bye-bye. We go. Thank you.